Hey everyone, and welcome to Slowpoke Racing with me, Mark, and we are now going to be doing our second sort of chat with one of the drivers. We started this last week with Derg, and we're going to be doing a few of them throughout the season, and this week I've managed to bag one of the top drivers, Matthew Hodkinson, better known as Bailey. We've all seen him on short racing around the track. We're going to be watching him in a minute if I can get this race going. I should have done, and apologies for that. So Bailey, hello.
How you doing, Mark?
I'm good, thank you. Well, I'm not good. I'm actually suffering from COVID at the minute, so if I do start coughing, I will mute myself very quickly. But thanks for joining me this morning, and we're going to try and pick your brains on a few bits and pieces. Now, Sunday, first race of the new season in the Lexus, and you had an absolute, not what the first race, it was the second, but you had an absolute storming race on Sunday at Deep Forest Race, taking 2 wins.
Yeah.
How do you prepare for a race like that? And, more importantly, did you stick to the plan?
Yeah, not what I normally do. I start at the start of the week, do a few laps, get a lap time down, and then just sort of do an hour or so each day. Try and improve the lap time. Find out where all the penalty zones are to and whatnot like that for running wide. Then I go to the strategy, work out how long the tyres are going to last and the fuel and whatnot. And just build a strategy from there, and I will stick to it in the race if it goes to plan. But obviously, if it doesn't go to plan, you have a crash or whatever, you might have to.
You've got to change very quickly. I know that, and a lot of people have said that before. You have to change very, 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 very quickly. But is it a case of like you want to push the car to its absolute limits and then try and pull back a little bit to find the pace?
That's how I generally go that way. Yeah, I push too far and get run wide everywhere and spin and crash and all that sort of stuff, and then I kind of try and rein it back in a little bit.
Well, it's
just by braking, like a braking a half a metre earlier than you're usually braking, you'll be very surprised that your lap time will be very similar, because the exits of the corners will be that much nicer.
Well, it's obviously working for you. As I say, 2 fantastic wins. You teamed up with your old buddy Smith this time around. Now, a few seasons ago, I nicknamed you 2 the Cray Twins, because you did seem to run together and sort of hunt as a pair. I mean, is that part of the strategy when you 2 are teamed up?
Not really. Smith, he's from my hometown. I've known him all my life, basically. We've done lots together, from racing BMXs and motocross bikes and whatnot. He's a talented guy, basically, and I've helped him along the way learning this game, and basically he's now my speed. So we're together purely because we practice together. We're about the same speed, so we just end up in the same place on track.
Well, it obviously works, and I'm sure it's quite a sight when you're looking in the mirror and see you 2 bearing down on them. It's enough to put anybody off. Tell me, what do you like to do to chill out when you're not racing? Because I know everybody works, we all have busy lives, and for most of us, we come home and we get on the GT7 or ACC or whatever it is we like to race, and that's our chill out. But is there anything else you do to chill out?
Well, I've got two young boys that both play football.
Oh, right.
So I'm with them, it's 4 nights a week training, both days at the weekend playing matches, so I watch all of that. That's my sort of relaxed time in my deck chair.
Are you one of these supporting dads that give lots of advice from the sidelines?
No, I stay silent on the sideline. But I practice with them a lot, because coming from BMX racing, really practice. I mean, the old saying, practice makes perfect. It's not perfect, but the more you do of anything, the better you become.
Yeah, absolutely.
Trying to focus the children.
Absolutely. Well, I
practice as much as I can.
I used to play football, and I used to coach a kids team, and it used to amaze me all the time that a lot of the mums and dads that used to come and watch on a Saturday or a Sunday. They all knew better than I did, and they was all only too eager to give me their advice. So I'm glad you're not one of those.
No. The work's got to be done with the children. You know, I can't tell them anything when they're on the pitch. If they've done the practice, they'll do okay, won't they? That's it, really.
You told me once in the past that you admired Jenson Button. Why him? And I mean, do you try and emulate him on the track?
No, why him? He's a local boy. He's like 25 miles up the road from me, from Froome in Somerset.
Right.
So yeah, really, just because he's a local boy, you support the local boy. But no, he's a hidden gem, really. He had 3 seasons with Hamilton, and over them 3 seasons, he scored more points. He didn't win the championships. Hamilton did, but yeah, he's Mr. Consistent, which is nice. He's just a local boy, really.
I must admit, I used to like Jenson Button myself. Actually, I still do. I mean, he still does a bit of what do they call it? Punditing. Is that a right word? He does a bit on Sky, doesn't he? Yeah, I did like Jenson Button myself. Actually, he seemed quite a nice guy. I just want to say, I think it's safe to say you are one of the fastest guys in URL. I know you've touched on it already, but
maybe.
I was going to say, how do you learn a track and find the speed that nobody else seems to find? I know you've touched on this earlier on.
Yeah, again, it's just pushing the limits of everything, and the cars. All these cars are different. Obviously, we're all in the Lexus, so for me, it's learn the car's traits. What is it good at? What is it not so good at? And once you've kind of got that, it doesn't turn that well, so you've got to get the speed off nicely. Yeah, just work with the car and then push the track limits. Try and rein it all back in. Try not to drive like Colin McRae too much. And hopefully...
Well, you'll have to forgive me, I'm busily scribbling notes down here and taking all this advice on board. This season, like I say, you are one of the fastest guys, and I really do expect you to be up there challenging for the top spot. But who do you think is your biggest rival or rivals at the minute? And is there anyone that you can see lurking in the shadows ready to challenge you in the future?
Well, in League of Champions, there's a group of fast guys. You know what I mean? Everybody's quick. Make one mistake, and you're done for. So yeah, you've got Neil's in there, Dergs in there, Callum's in there, Smith's in there, Toby's in there. The list goes on. They can all win races.
It's it is full of fast guys, isn't it?
Yeah, it's grown into what I would call a bit of a monster. Really, it's becoming what it deserves to be, because we've all come through these leagues from League 4 to 3 to 2 to 1, and we've all been promoted, so we're all there on merit.
Yeah.
And obviously that's why it's really quick there.
Yeah, I think there's probably just 1 or 2 who have joined or have rejoined. I know that I think Wacky Racer, he's in League 1 now. He's a quick. I know you get on well with him. He's a quick guy as well, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a local boy to me as well.
Yeah, he'll be coming up. Well,
Brisbane is. He's perhaps the person I've practiced most with since GT Sports, sort of 2020.
Well,
so now we practice together quite a lot. We're basically identical speed. We can go side by side, and we just have great fun in practice mode.
So a bit more practice.
Yeah, so when Brisbane gets there, he will be right there. I'm not sure of that.
We'll keep the practicing going, and I'm sure we're still going to see you up there. Well, just before we go, I mean, I do want to ask you, as far as the URL's concerned, how long have you been with URL? Because I think you were here before I joined. And more importantly, if anybody's out there listening to this and thinking, I don't know whether to join or not, would you recommend it?
Oh, 100%. I was ready to stop playing this game, basically, because daily races are atrocious. And then I found this, and the way it's structured, like you start in the bottom league, as it were. It's not the slow league, but it's the first league you join.
Yeah, the basement.
And if you progress through that, you go on up through the ranks. So whatever speed you're at, you will be racing, because if you end up in League 2 or 3 or 4 or 1, the other guys will be a similar speed. So yeah, I would advise it to anybody really. And I've done, so if I've done, I come through League 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well,
League 1 again. So I've done 6 seasons basically.
6?
Year, I guess.
Yeah, 6.
I don't know how long that takes, but yeah. 6
it's funny you say about giving this game up, because I had this conversation with Dirk as well last week, and he said the same, and I said the same. I would have given this game up a long time ago.
Yeah, 100%.
If it hadn't have been for the URL. So yeah, great stuff. Well, Bailey,
it's really good.
Thank you very much for joining me and sparing a little bit of time. I know you've just come in from work and you're dying to get off to bed, so I'm going to let you.
Are you joking, Mark?
What, you got a bit more practicing,
mate? As soon as this is done, I'm off round Brands for.
There you go.
Like 20 laps, isn't it?
A bit more practice.
20 laps.
Why not? And why not? Well, thanks anyway. Good luck on Sunday. I should be looking out for. Obviously, I'm doing the commentary for the League of Champions, so I will be following that one. And I shall speak to you soon.
Thank you very much, buddy.
Thanks everybody for watching. I don't know who we've got coming up next time, but yeah, just keep an eye out for them. I'll speak to you all soon.